An Unconventional Threesome is a comedy podcast hosted by three rude, crude, and tattooed dudes. We tell you this so you can shield your children's eyes and cover their ears. If you don't, we're not responsible for the fun and exciting new words that they'll start using. Enjoy.
Welcome to the show, yeah, it's a blast. Turn the volume up, we got to laugh. Every joke's a hit, you'll have a fit. Sit back, relax, let's start this bit. Tuned in live from the internet's heart, where every word is a work of art. Comedy gold, it never gets old. Jump aboard, let the fun unfold.
Welcome to An Unconventional Threesome, a conversation podcast that is hosted by three dudes who have no business having a podcast. My name is John, and I am 50% bad decisions, 25% caffeine, and 25% curse words.
This is D Money with the sex appeal.
Jay's here too.
Well, boys, it's spooky season. You guys excited?
I am. I would like to go to a haunted house again. A cemetery.
Did we do that around Halloween? I remember it being chilly out, but I think we did that like in the middle of the summer.
I thought it was closer to spooky time.
Maybe. I already went to my first Halloween party a couple weeks ago, so naturally I dressed up as Matt Foley.
Perfect.
Seems fitting.
I also realized I do not look good in white button-down shirts.
You look better without them on? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. No, dark colors for me, as I wear a blue sweatshirt that makes me look like a blueberry.
Like that girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
I guess technically it's both Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because it's pretty much just a remake. Did she get turned into a blueberry? Yeah, she did.
Yeah, because she ate something that she wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, but the Johnny Depp one was the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one, correct?
Correct. And
Okay.
she turned into a blueberry both times.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're turning violet.
All right. I got a question that I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm pretty sure we've probably debated this before. And it's not the coffee colada versus frozen coffee that D and I have debated many times.
You don't want to patch that back up?
What is considered half a sandwich?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Is it a half a sandwich or is it just a smaller sandwich? Correct?
Exactly. If I take one slice of bread, make a sandwich out of it, a lot of people refer to that as half a sandwich, but there's no other half to this half of a sandwich. Is it just a small sandwich, or is it half of a sandwich?
Wouldn't a small sandwich be its own thing, though?
That's part of the debate. Is it its own thing, or is it half of a sandwich, half of its potential?
Or is it just open-faced at that point if you're using one slice of bread?
But if you fold it in half, you then have a top and bottom piece, so that eliminates open face.
Okay. In that case, it would have to be a smaller sandwich because there is no other half.
And I've had this thought with like Panera, because they do their half a sandwich and soup lunch specials or whatever they do. And the bread is always cut. It's not folded over like, the bologna sandwiches that we grew up on. But are they making whole sandwiches and then cutting them, or are they cutting the bread in half?
I think Commie Burger is cutting the bread in half is what's happening.
Because I would imagine they're not making whole sandwiches, hoping and praying that someone comes in and also orders the half a sandwich and soup of the same sandwich.
It would be great if that happened, though. Like, one of these days, you two can go to Commie Burger and do that. And just one of you order, then the next one order the exact same thing.
Well, because then, hold on. I do think they're two separate things, because, like, what if you get, like, let's just say you get a big loaf of bread, right? Like a French loaf. And you cut that in half. That's half, but it's still a big sandwich. Because a French loaf can be big, so if you cut that in half, that's a big sandwich.
Smaller than its full potential, though, based on where you started.
That is true.
And this brings me to the whole, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I was trying to avoid this one for as long as we possibly could. So kind of the conclusion I came to a couple of years ago with the half a sandwich thing. It's half by volume.
I mean, that's accurate.
That was as close as I could get to some sustenance of an answer for this mind fuck of a question. Which I believe was the first time I heard it was probably the Big Bang Theory. So shout out to them, I guess. But hot dog as a sandwich. I think you can then get nitty gritty with it. Well, even not even getting really nitty gritty with it, because it has a closed bottom, as does a taco. So is a hot dog a taco?
Or it's a taco a sandwich as well. See, these are the questions that need to be asked when we're having presidential debates. Don't tell me about the GDP. Don't tell me about border control. Tell me how you feel if a hot dog is a sandwich or not.
You still wouldn't get an answer.
No.
They would talk about how many hot dogs they've had and their relationship with hot dogs and what they could do for hot dogs later.
Right. And how their opponent probably hates hot dogs and hates America.
All of that stuff. And I've just noticed that we're either talking about food or taking a shit. So at least it's an end-to-end process for us. But
well, spoiler alert, I got no bathroom related questions tonight. I don't know. I at most I would consider a hot dog a submarine or which I guess could qualify as a sandwich. Cuz you go to Subway, they don't slice the bread all the way through, do they?
no.
So in essence, they're making potentially a ham hot dog, a turkey hot dog, a meatball hot dog.
So now that let's get a little deeper into this shit show. Does the type of bread matter? Like, is it a sub sandwich because it's on a sub roll? Because what if I put a hot dog on a sub roll? Does that make it a sandwich now?
That's another realm I didn't even think about.
And you can thank the sausage sub I had for lunch today because I thought of this. John, I didn't know this was going to be on your agenda tonight, but you've asked the question in person before in passing, and as I'm unwrapping that thing, I was like, "Huh, is this a sandwich? What if it was a hot dog?"
Well, I mean, they have the Italian sausages. Like if you go to the fair, you get the Italian sausage with the peppers and onions and all that shit. No one calls that a hot dog. No one, but it's
Where is the line drawn between sausage and hot dog?
it's got to be the seasonings and the curing.
Well, and I think typical sausages are typically pork based. And hot dogs, we all know, are whatever the fuck they want.
Lips and asshole based. Animal not important.
Yeah, basically.
I think when it's in limbo like that, if you've noticed, it's normally referred to by the meat or by the contents. So I'm having a hot dog, I'm getting a sausage, whatever. So when it's on the fence, we just refer to it by its entree portion.
Yeah, I think that's probably the closest we're going to get to some sustenance of an answer there.
It would be great if our listeners would chime in. Let's get
Yeah.
let's get all of your takes on whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich and whether or not it's a big sandwich, small sandwich, etc.
Email us or text us your answers or throw it on a Facebook post or wherever you want to.
These are good questions.
I'm not going to go deeper into these food questions because we'll be here all fucking night. As a straight male, would you rather complete the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10%?
How big is the guy?
I mean, I thought my answer was probably the first 90% because it is just a little dick kiss at that point.
Well, as a heterosexual guy, I can just be the recipient, and either way is fine.
That wasn't the question, Jay.
No. We got into politics. That's how I'm going to answer this question.
How would you run this country? Well, I wouldn't run it. That's how. That's how you just answered that question.
Someone's gonna choose the 90, someone's gonna choose the 10, and that's okay because we all have freedom.
But yeah, I would definitely do the first 90.
I think the excrement is what turns me off for that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think I don't have an experience, but I have a feeling I would be pretty good at it. I feel like I could do
God.
it. I think I could do it.
We know what we want.
Yeah, I am usually overconfident in any skills that I think I might need. Like my wife's car needed to be fixed, and I thought I could do it. I couldn't, but I thought I could. So I just have a lot more faith in myself than I think I should. But yeah,
I think this also brings us to the ukulele conversation where you felt like you could learn the ukulele in like 45 seconds.
And I knew I was going to get paid on that bet.
yeah. Have not picked it up since.
Yeah, I can kind of be that way sometimes with my overconfidence, trying to figure something out. You know, like plumbing or electrical shit around the house. You know, in concept, that shit's easy. When you're in the throes of it, it sucks.
Yeah, that's something that is. I mean, that's not the only reason why I'm not buying a house right now. This fucking economy is the major reason, but the idea of having to be able to fix that, because I can't afford to have someone come out and fix everything that happens. So like, I'm not a handyman, but I feel like I could try, and I don't know if I'd fuck it up more or not.
Dude, the amount of conversations John and I have had just based on things breaking in either one of our houses.
Yep. And, you know, like my house could have burned down at one point. It caught on fire at one point because the prior owner did not know what or actually, it may have been the guy building the house. I'm not 100% sure. Someone didn't know what they were doing when it came to electrical work and left a junction box completely wide open to the elements where it corroded and caught on fire.
Maybe it was one of the ghost kids that was pissed off about the attitude.
That's got to be it.
Possible. But when we were having that issue, so to find this junction box, it was in a crawl space in my closet in my bedroom. And my buddy called me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to go to the gym today?" And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to like chase down wires and figure out where this wiring issue is coming from." As I'm like trying to squeeze through this crawl space and my hips are too wide. And I'm like, ultimately, you know, help stepbrother, I'm stuck situation.
Oh, you should have called me.
John's got those childbearing hips and claustrophobia. This is not a good day for John.
I put in that 90% real quick, buddy. Maybe even that 10% if you ask real nice.
So he comes over because he's a much smaller person than I am, and he proceeds to crawl in there. And he's crawling through the eaves of my house, basically, and he crawls to one side and he can't find anything. So he manages to get himself turned around, and I had walked off somewhere. I don't remember where I went, but he turned around with the flashlight, and all he saw at the end of the other side were these two glowing eyes. It was my cat who had snuck in there on us, but he about shit his fucking pants.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
nope.
absolutely.
You would have seen me move so fucking quick.
There would have been a D-money shaped hole in my roof.
Yeah. I'm not going into any crawl space and then seeing glowing eyes and staying there. That's just not happening.
I miss that cat. He was the greatest. How the fuck did we get on? Oh, yeah, we were talking about blowjobs, and I don't know how the fuck we got here.
It just seems like a very natural flow of conversation.
I Handyman. Jesus, I cannot remember.
We were talking about houses, and Dee was talking about how he'd blow a guy to get one.
That and to fix it.
Yep. Okay. I have a sneaky suspicion we're never going to get a straight answer from Jay on this one.
You're not. Either way, it wouldn't be a straight answer.
Hey-o.
But
Ba-da-ba.
Jesus Christ.
You guys think animals could haunt places?
So, a former coworker of ours says she can and does feel animal spirit presences.
Interesting. Wonder how that's different. You say no, Jay?
I do.
Is it because they don't have souls according to the Holy Bible?
I mean, we can throw that in there too, but even sans religion, I would say no.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could have some level of what we talked about last time is, impact energy and things like that potentially.
Imagine just getting haunted by a cat and all your shit on the counter just slowly starts getting tapped to the edge.
Well, that happens now in my house, but it's because I have 2 asshole cats now that like to do that shit.
You should just have kids.
No.
No.
Nah. We've been trying the tinfoil trick to keep them off the counter.
Thought you were going to say to make hats.
No. No, I've seen it before where you put tinfoil on a surface that you don't want the cats on. They go to jump up there. It scares them and they don't want to do it anymore. Well, we got back from vacation on Monday and all the stuff that was on the counter, or not all of it, but some stuff on the counter was knocked over and moved. And we're like, fucking assholes. They don't even care about the goddamn tinfoil.
I tried that when we had our first boy. Because our cat was definitely one where if there was something new to lay on or something he shouldn't be laying on, that's where he needed to be. And so when I finally put our son's crib together, that was the first place that he would just jump into.
Yeah.
And so I put tinfoil in there and I heard him one day. He jumped in, I heard the tinfoil and I saw him run out of the room. And he didn't do it after.
Unfortunately, mine aren't that smart to not do it again. And our female cat, we have to shut her out of the bedroom at night because she doesn't lay down. She's just up on your chest, meowing, purring, jumps down, is gone for 10 minutes, comes back, does the same shit, walking over your head. And we're like, we need to sleep. So we've been shutting her out of the room for quite a while now. But what she does is she claws at the door, paws at the door, throws herself into the door, and just makes these huge bangs on the door. We're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? So what we ended up doing, or what MK ended up doing, was she got a face cloth and folded it and tucked it between the door jamb and the door. And that kind of softens the sound that she makes. So at least we can kind of sleep through it.
Soften it when she throws her body against the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, good.
I thought you were going to say, so she got a face cloth and she folded it and she added some chloroform and she knocked it.
It's just a nightly routine. Everyone goes to sleep.
I mean, we had the spray bottle up there and we were spraying her with trying to deter her from doing it. She is just so goddamn headstrong that she's like, nope, fuck you. I'm going to keep doing it. Come and get me. But she's adorable, so we can't do anything about it.
That's how I feel about my kids. They're dickheads. But then, and then they say that I love you. And I go, all right. I guess you're all right.
I don't even get the I love yous. And I also think there's a little more paperwork involved if you want to drop them off at a shelter.
How long is it going to work for? Because like you could do that to your father, and he'd look at you and be like, "You're in your 30s. Go fuck yourself."
That is true. That is very true.
You gotta be a cutoff where it's like, okay, you're 19, get a job.
Oh yeah, at 19 they will definitely be doing something like that.
Guys want to go take a visit to the green room?
What?
Well, I had this brilliant idea of how do we get into our ad reads, and I was like, green money. Green room is also a thing for like bands where they go to chill out and relax and smoke some ganja, drink a little bit. And so I was like, oh, it's got a double meaning. We'll just call our ad reads the green room.
Well, now that you've explained it, I think it's a splendid idea.
That's not bad, buddy. I like that.
And you bet your ass I'm going to leave that explanation in the episode.
Funny stories late at night. Every episode is a treat. Get ready for something sweet.
So our sponsor again this week is Dubby. Now I've had a little bit of time to really sample the product and see how it affects me and kind of get a general feel of it. And I said it last time, the effect of it, gives you energy. It's fantastic as an energy drink. And there is little to no crash coming off of it, unlike with your other typical energy drinks. Some of the feedback I was getting is, oh, it's $30 for a tub. Well, there's 30 servings in it. Break that down. Your typical cost of a small energy drink is going to run you $2. Bam, you just saved yourself $30 by buying a tub from Dubby. And you also get the benefit of getting 10% off that $30 when you use the code AUTPOD at checkout. And that's AUTPOD, AUTPOD at checkout for 10% off.
And for all the anime nerds like myself, they just dropped a new, and this was on, I think this was this week, because I was following it on Twitter. They just dropped a new flavor, and it was a partnership with Chainsaw Man. It is Bleeding Orange. So now that's another flavor. So I'm up to 3 flavors that I need to check out just for the anime.
Well, and it's funny, the last one, or the one you mentioned the last time, which was the Igris Strike Blue Tropical Punch, which is the one I have. I just didn't know it at the time that the one you were fawning over is the one I actually had in my possession. And it is really good. It doesn't have any like weird aftertaste that you'll get with some of like pre-workouts and stuff like that I've used in the past. They have like a weird funky aftertaste. There's nothing with this. And you get a hell of a dose of vitamin C. Like if you're getting the sniffles, this might be a good thing to take too. I'm not a doctor, but
So, John, just to recap, we've got the effect you want, which is great energy. You've got great taste. You're actually helping the environment, if you want to say that as well, because you're not crushing those cans. You're saving half the money, you're getting a discount, and you're getting vitamin C. How can you afford not to?
exactly.
It's the perfect season too. We're getting into the fall and winter. Everyone's gonna start getting sick. Everyone's gonna get tired because it's gonna be dark outside when they wake up and when they leave work.
By the way, did you guys see that they have a s'mores flavor
I did.
that's meant to be mixed with milk?
Okay, I was just gonna say water. I don't know if I could do that.
That's the one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it with my oat milk. No, yeah, oat milk. I think I drink oat milk. I don't know. I don't do the shopping.
You drink oat juice because, as we know, oat doesn't have tits, so it can't be milk.
It's 2025, Jay. If it wants tits, it can have tits.
There we go.
Oh fuck. All right, back to our bullshit.
Funny stories late at night. Every episode is a treat. Get ready for something sweet.
So we're gonna take a trip in the Wayback Machine. We'll just all close our eyes and pretend like it's 1994 again, or earlier, or later. What is your most memorable and favorite Halloween costume from your childhood?
Damn, that's a good question.
From childhood.
My answer is the Red fucking Ranger.
Ooh, that's a good one. I think I was a Power Ranger once.
If you grew up in the 90s, like you had to be. I think it was legally required that you had to dress up as a Power Ranger at least once.
Yeah.
But I also distinctly remember the masks, like specifically the Scream mask that they came out with the heart pump on it and it pumped blood.
Yep, I
Yeah.
had one of those.
I
Yep.
did too. I remember specifically having that for actually a number of years. And come to find out, those things are stupid fucking valuable these days, because our generation pays a lot of money for nostalgia, I guess.
For me, it was a pirate costume. I did like the extra makeup. I did. You know how once you start getting into costumes, you don't just go buy a costume. You buy the different pieces, you assemble it. It's like a
Yeah.
collection type thing. Yeah, I did that one year, and that was probably the best one as a child.
Oh, it's funny. As an adult, I go into Halloween thinking I'm not going to buy, like you said, the prefab costumes because A, they're too expensive, they're cheaply made, and it's stuff I might want to reuse. And I remember that one year I dressed up as Walter White from Breaking Bad. And I had the same jacket, which is like a leather suede jacket. By the way, not cheap. He had this, he tended to wear these shoes. They kind of look like Hey Dudes, but Hey
Yes.
Dudes weren't a thing then. So it was this Australian brand of shoes that I ended up buying on eBay for like $70. And the rest of it I was able to, put together through Walmart or whatever. But I think I ended up paying like $150 to put this fucking ensemble together. And it looked great, but I saved negative dollars.
Well, my wife routinely wins costume contests. It's been a while since we've been social, as you know, but it was a few years running. And I think one of the best costumes she ever did was height of fame Bret Hart. Got the actual glasses, the wig, the tights, the leather jacket, did all of it. It looked freaking awesome.
That's fantastic. I'm trying to think. Walter White may have been my best work. I mean, I usually put on a decent costume, but I don't even do trick or treating in my neighborhood. They do trunk or treats, and it's always like on an inconvenient Saturday for me.
Yeah.
So I don't participate there, and we have no street lights where I live, so no kids come out here. So I have, since we lived in this house, I haven't had a single trick or treater.
Yeah, I make sure we don't. We're out in the middle of nowhere. I block off the driveway. It's like, no, fuck off. When I was in a subdivision, I loved it because I could try to be that guy. I had a neighbor growing up who always had the best candy, always gave out king size. And one of the things I wanted to do was when I get a house, I'm giving out king sized. And that was a really goddamn expensive year. I did it once, then I made the mistake.
Yeah, candy's not as cheap as it once was.
I'm gonna come trick or treat at your house.
I will give you raisins and dental floss.
It was probably a manufactured image, AI or whatever we're calling them these days, but someone had posted or I saw a photo of from Walmart with their like candy bags and stuff in the boxes, and it said like $30 for like a bag of candy, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I've already been watching the Halloween movies though, since it is. How is it almost the end of frickin' October, by the way? But since they've been on, I've been rewatching all of it.
Yeah, once it hits October 1st, it's spooky season for me. Horror movies are my favorite movies, and MK and I have been watching, mainly me, been watching a healthy serving of horror movies. Actually, right before I jumped on, I was watching the 2015 remake of Poltergeist.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Um, the one before that, what the hell was I watching before that? Amityville Awakening.
The Amityville Horror, maybe?
It's Amityville Awakening. I believe it's the precursor to the Amityville Horror, or I could be switching those up. I haven't done the research on it. But yeah, I fucking love horror movies. They're easily my favorite genre of movie to watch.
Unfortunately, not watched a ton of horror movies yet.
The older and fatter I get, the less I want to jolt to the ticker, even if I expect it, because it's something I've seen. So it's daylight and the music isn't too crazy. But yeah, I've been watching some of the cheesier, campier ones that it's like, yeah, okay, fine, we're okay.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I watched this one. What the hell was it called? Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. It was on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a fascinating concept to this whole Peter Pan storyline where this guy goes around and kidnaps children and tells them he's bringing them to Neverland. He's Peter Pan. And it's just really like this crack den that he's bringing them to. I'll try not to spoil too much of it, but it was definitely, I wouldn't even put it in B-list category for movies. It was C-list at best. But once again, some of those movies are the iconic movies and some of the movies that will get the cult followings. Take Rocky Horror Picture Show, for example. That thing did absolute shit in the theaters. It took years for that to obtain its cult like following, and now it's one of the most popular movies ever.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Yep.
I thought we went to the screenings at one of the movie theaters. Maybe it wasn't you.
No, because you did tell me that you were going to that, but I never went.
Okay. Sorry, D. We didn't get to your costume. What was your favorite costume growing up or memorable?
Dog, I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't think I had a bad childhood. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I don't remember any. I know I had that Scream mask with the heart pump. I just remember, and it's a very New England thing, a lot of Halloweens getting upset because as soon as we were about to walk out, my mom or stepdad would be like, "You got to put a coat on."
There it is.
Yep.
How the fuck are they gonna see my costume?
And then you're trying to fit the Red Ranger onesie over your winter jacket because it's 4 fucking degrees outside. Oh, I look like the Red Ranger after Dad bod set in.
But I don't remember a specific costume.
And sometimes we get lucky and it would be a warm October night and we would be able to not wear a jacket.
One time it was raining and I had to pretend I was going as a weatherman because there's nothing else I could say.
Nice. Sticking with the Halloween theme, you're upstairs in your bedroom when you hear your mom ask for help. Halfway down the stairs, you hear your mom upstairs say, "Don't go down there. I heard it too."
I just pooped my pants.
You're in the middle of the stairs. What do you do?
I'm not going back down there.
But who's to say the mom upstairs is your mom?
That's a good point. I think I'm just gonna live on the stairs until the sun comes up.
I mean, in either direction for me, I would be very concerned because my mother doesn't live with me.
That's also a good point.
Yeah, mine doesn't either, but we'll just play pretend real quick.
Yeah, I would be going back up the stairs and getting back in bed and staring at the ceiling until daylight happened.
I mean, for me, it all depends on if I continue downstairs, how close am I to an exit? If the front door is like right in front of the stairs, I can investigate downstairs at least a little bit and still have an out to be able to boogie on out of there pretty quick.
You can always D-money right through the fucking wall if you need to.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid man.
I mean, it's always an option.
Yeah, it's kind of a disconcerting thought, though. I'm scrolling through questions on Reddit or wherever I was, and I saw that one pop up. I'm like, oh, that'll be a good one for the Halloween episode, because this is releasing 5 days before Halloween. 26? Yeah, 5. Look at me go. I can do math.
If that damn question keeps me up tonight, I am blaming you specifically.
Jay's wife's gonna be mad at you too, because now she's gonna have to deal with him being scared.
Because I'm just going to be like nuzzling her. Hey, hon.
I heard a noise, honey. Can you go check it out?
Are you asleep? Not anymore, fucker. Roll over.
Well, this final question should knock you out of your thought process. Would you rather sit on a homeless man's dick or vice versa?
What is with the latent homosexuality in this episode?
I told you I had no bathroom questions.
Fuck, that's a I don't like this one. I don't have an answer.
If I'm taking you literally, he can sit on mine briefly. And I'm still going to be wearing pants, and so is he. Because you said homeless, not pantsless.
Correct.
Done.
Yeah. He can sit on my lap for a brief moment and we are done. Although, what would you basically rather? Granted, I am assuming that they've pissed and shit themselves. Would you rather have the stench of shit on your pants on the front or the smell of piss on the back of your pants?
They're not going to be my pants as soon as I get home. I will have new pants.
Good point.
I think the best thing to do around there would be to just get D-Money evicted. That way he would be homeless and we could just use him. Because we know where he's at. Wouldn't be so worrisome.
I'm willing to put in that 90% work.
Dear God. We're going to have another inside joke about 90-10.
Yep. I know someone had asked me to ask a question similar to that a while ago, and I think they'll rather enjoy our answers to that one. Let's wrap this shit up. Thank you all for joining us on this haunted, spooky adventure, because doing the first 90% of a blowjob is a nightmare to me. That's a lot of work. If you're enjoying this podcast, please share it with your friends and family. If you're on Facebook, you can share our posts. We usually post when the episode goes live with a link to it. It brings them to the website, and they can also redirect them to your Spotify or Apple Podcast, etc. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Dubby. You can go to Dubby's website at dubby.gg and use code OTPOD for a 10% discount. D, what's the email address?
Unconventional podcast. Unconventional threesome at gmail.com.
Check out my potato.
This week's Craigslist catastrophe comes to us from Northwest Connecticut, specifically the Salisbury Lakeville area, titled, "Grandpa, where are you? I would like to stop by and relax for a bit." This is John.
This is that kid's grandpa.
This is Jay, a little too terrified to stay.
Wait, D, if you want to be his grandpa, what if he's like 12? I feel like Chris Hansen might pay you a visit at that point.
That's the way this episode was going, man.
No, I'm just gonna stay missing. The kid can keep looking.
See you next time.
Later, fuckers. Fuck the government.
Eat the candy.
Podcast party time, grab a seat. Every listen feels so sweet. Tune in, tune out, laugh aloud. This podcast will make you